Are you thinking of migrating to Canada? Well, this video might be for you. Canada. Love it, hate it, and all the feelings in between. This post will probably take a lot of hit, but I will tell this story to share my experiences, bare, no sugarcoating, hoping you can get inspiration, learn from my mistakes, and probably do a lot better than I did. January of 2019, when I fully landed in Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. If you have followed some of my previous posts with Pinoy professionals to Canada, you may know that I came from Dubai, United Arab Emirates in the Middle East after working for more than a decade. I managed to get Canadian permanent residency through Federal Skilled Worker or FSWP, which is now under Express Entry. Today is May 3rd, 2020. What has been changed? What about my experiences for the past more than a year and what I am looking forward to, along with some major tips? However, I leave it all for you to assess if it applies to your situation or not. Let's start. Number 1. If you and your family plan on going to Canada, please do so as soon as possible. Of course, caveat yan to your current situation. Ayusin mo agad lahat ng paperworks habang bata ka pa. Habang tumatanda ka, bumababa yung points mo, and of course, your adaptability becomes harder and harder. After getting permanent residency, you will have 2 to 3 years to prepare even outside of Canada, but make sure to come back for 2 years in a 5 years cycle to renew your residency. Number 2 tips. Ito yung realization ko, and this is no bias intent. If you are below 29 years old, you have the perfect edge. Should I have known before, I would have gone here at that age. The earlier kasi that you can get that 3 years required for Canadian citizenship, the more freedom it can give you. In case na bumalik ka man sa country where you earn a lot or stay here in Canada for good. Plus, at this age, your integration could be a lot easier given that you have a small room for mistakes to be back in school or maybe take the student loan and pay it off eventually. Number 3. To those in 30s or 40s, I will be speaking to you as someone who already have established a good foundation in your profession. Maybe you are doing this for your family or just for your growth. Please start searching for a few international certificates that are well recognized in Canada. If you don't have the time and resources, this is my personal advice. Bridge your working experience, not your school education. Make yourself bankable, ika nga. Sobrang debatable kasi nito. Canada is all for skills. Sa experiences ko, they would rather choose someone with skills over someone with just degree or masters. Number 4. Save in the current country you are in now. Whether sa Philippines pa yan, sa Hong Kong, sa Singapore, sa Dubai, or kahit sa Qatar or anywhere else in the world. Most likely, you can never get the same amount of savings dito sa Canada. They will treat you here as local, wala nang expat privileges like 30 or 45 days vacation leave. You will only have 2 weeks from the start. Number 5. The sooner you land here, the sooner you can adjust. And the sooner you'll realize na it is not all bed of roses. You need to be teachable and carry with you tons of patience and perseverance. Number 6. Please, as a professional, don't just jump into conclusion that you have to start doing this menial job. Advice to sa akin ng Canadian boss ko sa Dubai na ina-advise ko din sa inyo. Jumping into a menial job will rob your chances of landing on a better job for a lot of reasons. Instead, set aside extra resources until makahanap ka ng work that you can start over. There are a lot of office jobs available that pays well enough to start if you know where to look for it. Knowledge here is always the key. Number 7. Karamihan ng Filipino here works really hard on a job they don't really love. This is very debatable, by the way. Because they have always bills to pay. Bills ng rent, bills ng sasakyan, bill ng credit card, mortgage, etc. I speak for many Filipinos, and most of them doesn't even have savings nor investments. Sad reality is, baon pa sila sa utang. To their defense, ang dali naman talagang umutang sa Canada. Mahirap lang talagang makawala kung wala ka talagang disiplina. Number 8. You can't easily get rich in Canada. Staying as an employee is never a guarantee of financial wealth kasi sa paglaki ng kita mo, paglaki rin ng tax mo. It could go up to 40% and yun ang realidad dito sa Canada. Number 9. Whatever the status of your application, make sure na buo ang loob mo or don't process at all. No gray area, no in between. Hindi pwedeng soft-hearted ka kasi you will be competing with highly qualified professionals. So being equipped with goals will keep you motivated. Number 10. Being professionals who have worked with diverse culture, you have a bigger edge. We are a bunch of resilient nation, and with the right knowledge and even mentor, trust me, you'll do good here in Canada. Number 11. Huwag matakot sa sariling multo. Bago ako pumunta dito, ang dami kong takot talaga at what ifs. Wala akong kilala sa Canada. Single ako. Walang sasalo sa akin in case madapaman ako. Established ako sa Dubai. Paano kung hindi ako makahanap ng work kahit alam ko namang pinaghandaan ko ito? Pero nawala lahat ng takot nung andito na ako. It is never that hard kagaya ng inaasahan at iniisip ko noon. Dumali siguro kasi nga napaghandaan ko naman. Sabi ko nga, with right connections, mentors, and resources, for sure, kayang-kaya nyo din. Number 12. Living in Canada is like living in the Philippines, with lesser family support but packed up with better environment, better infrastructure, security, and maybe society in general. So for some who doesn't want to spend the rest of their life in the Philippines after working in transit-phase countries like Dubai or Singapore, make sure to start that Canadian time investment. Number 13. Nothing is guaranteed. Tomorrow is never a promise to anyone. So make sure na magbayad pa rin kayo ng SSS and pag-ibig in the Philippines because you'll never know. You might want to come back on the sunset stage of your life. Number 14. Invest in the Philippines if you can. Our Philippines is a sleeping giant. So panalo pa rin in the future kung marami kang properties or investment din sa Pilipinas. Lastly, although nakaka-pressure ang living in the now and thinking ahead, make sure you enjoy the journey. Masaya din naman ang uncertainty minsan. We just have to trust God and believe na what it is for us will always be given to us in His perfect time. As we start in a new decade of 2020, I wish nothing but the very best for your family. Do what you think is right. Canada is a very good country, and I couldn't stress that more enough. Someday, sana ma-meet ko rin kayo dito sa Canada and we can exchange our stories. Canada is a land of opportunities, and we will all be waiting for you here. But for now, on this COVID-19 pandemic, make sure to wash your hands, stay safe, and spend quality time with your family. Again, this is Pinoy Professionals to Canada. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button if this somehow inspires you a little. Thanks for watching, guys. See you on the next videos.